What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Let's turn that down. You probably... Come on, man. I can't go live on IG. Come on, man. I'm constantly being blocked or something on Instagram. Yeah, so they won't let me go live on my main account, but they let me go live on this account. Give me just a second. Motherfuckers. God, I hate Instagram. It's run by ass clowns. Yeah, they blocked it. How nice. How nice. I am fighting a losing battle. Sometimes they block because of music. If you do covers, you can get around it. I've had them classify music as hate speech. It's so fucking stupid. All right, so let's look at the markets, man. We're fuck Instagram. We'll go on YouTube. Looking at the S&P 500, big breakout today, up 1%. You know, pretty solid move in the S&P. Everything's breaking out. We kind of expected that. We've been building this stage one. I mean, honestly, at least in the Qs, or not in the Qs, but in the S&P, you know, you've had this pretty orderly movement, you know. It's been pretty orderly. Gets a little chaotic, you know, up in here. We had the tiniest of sell-offs. It's hard to trade that. That's not a very big pullback. And then look, you see where it gets just chumpy in here. That's where it kind of breaks the money flow. You know that's going to happen when you start seeing these moving averages going sideways. Shit gets a little, it's hard to trust them. What you're looking for really in moving averages is the slope and their relation to price. So these areas where it comes together, you know, these aren't, you know, even though I call it a breakout, it's actually a zone of conflict. Bulls and bears are pushing against each other. They're fighting against each other. So there's a conflict there. Moving averages are not signals as much as they are zones of conflict, man. People are agreeing and disagreeing on price. You know, we'd already had a breakout. Whenever you get a breakout into a sloping down moving average, those breakouts rarely are sustainable. It's just the way it is, man. It's hard to sustain them. You really want to see this sideways movement. You know, that's how you put in bottoms. It's how you build boxes. And you'll notice the moving average is starting to turn. If you have my course, Getting Started with Stock Charts, you'll see I talk a lot about this in the course, is these moving averages turning and the slope of them is super important. So there's breakouts that just aren't as powerful as other breakouts. Breakouts against a sloping down moving average are usually suspect. Doesn't mean I don't take them. It just means they usually don't work out right away. It does signal the market is turning. Let me give you an example. So if you look on this day right here, That was a breakout. And if you look real close on Instagram, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a breakout, but notice the moving average is pointing straight down. And usually that does mean, hey, this is about to turn, and you'd see exactly what happened. It came back down. As long as that box holds that was already being built, then everything's good. I anticipate that. Price ripping above the 20 and it sloping down 20 is almost never going to sustain. Pulls back and then it makes its run. And then what? You see the moving averages directions change. So until they're changed, this move is very suspect. Does that mean I don't take it? No, it just means I probably anticipate it coming back. I'm not loading up on some options or some high risk shit, into a sloping down moving average. And it's less trustworthy, just being real. It's just less trustworthy, man. Let's see. What else we got here? So that's the S&P. Looks pretty good. I mean, if we get above this, this 42, our run is back to the previous high. More likely this first level here. That's where I would draw my level. So if I was swing trading it, I'd be looking for like 472. Now I am long the U Pro, the triple leveraged S&P. Look where we first got some. Here's the anchor point. Now I would, that's a pretty long fall. Those are days that you could almost call audibles, man. When you get a day like that, that's pretty massive for the S&P 500. But my first buy signal that confirms this bottom, I'm not trying to catch the absolute bottom. I mean, if I can, that's great. But that's not my goal. My goal is to confirm this. My goal is to confirm this. This is the goal. I'm looking to confirm that this is the bottom. And the way that I'm going to do that is I need a box to be built. So I need 4 days that confirm that this bottom is being held. So if I get a 30 or below RSI reading, right? If I get a 30 or below RSI reading, then what? Bam. Thanks, Angelica. Then, once this bottom is in, remember, we're constantly looking for the top and the bottom of the move. So right now, that's the top of the move, right? There's the bottom, there's the top. Now we fully anticipate price is going to keep going. So as it gets higher, I'm going to keep drawing the top as it moves higher and higher and higher. That's just helping me create market structure, right? It's just helping me create market structure. So this was our first buy day. Started adding to the U Pro. You can see we're up $6-7 from there. Once they come together, this is officially a breakout. Could have added yesterday. We talked about that. We'll see. I picked up a nice chunk down here. I don't necessarily. Sometimes I buy enough on the stage one. I don't need to add on the stage two. Let's see. Where's the Dow? The Dow's probably in the same situation. Yeah, Dow's breaking out. Dow's been breaking out. And what I classify as a breakout is price moving above the 20-day simple moving average in a way that we can make out the stages, right? So what I'm looking for is, can I identify a stage one where there was accumulation, price was moving sideways? Can I find that? And I just described how to do that. I find the lowest low. So when the market is selling off, I'm trying to find that anchor point. The anchor, it's like where you drop the anchors, the lowest low, bam, right here. Now to confirm that, I need at least 4 candles, counting the anchor point, by the way. Do we have, 4 trading days that confirm that? And that's how you avoid buying a fallen knife. That means it's not going to keep going down, but it at least temporarily has stopped, And so it's a way to do that, man. Let's see. Yep. So we got the Dow running. Man, it's nice. We got everything. And We got everything on the move here. Let's check the Qs. These are the weakest. The Qs are breaking out, but it's a weak one. Now notice the Qs. I want you to see this movement. Look, this is still sloping straight down. Would not surprise me to see this kind of push, pull back, push, pull back. This has got to turn. Look over here. It's got to turn. And it cannot get a sustainable move with this moving average pointing down. Now things are coming together. But, technology is obviously the weak play here, man. And I'm sure that's because the growth stocks are holding it down. This is still an industrial blue chip dividend stock market right now. It just is. That's the stocks that are in play, man. Yesterday I was saying Starbucks, remember on the live we were talking about, I was saying buy Starbucks. Starbucks is up pretty nice today, 2.8%, and it's going above the stage 2. Now again, this is a sloping down. I don't anticipate this is going to take a minute, and technically we're kind of still in the box here. So yeah, it's a breakout, but you see the difference. It's a breakout within the box. So this is not really a breakout. So what we're waiting for is this moving average to turn. But I was saying, hey, buy along the bottom of the box that the bottom is in. We could see it. The momentum had changed. And, we had these solid zones of support up here, or resistance, and this is a growth dividend stock trading way below the 200. It's undervalued by like 20%. So easy trade. These are easy trades. And I had a guy email me yesterday. What's up, man? And and I get this question a lot. I get email. Hey, man, I'm a new trader. What stocks, what kind of stocks should he be looking at to get the most? And that's not what I think you should be looking at. I think you should be looking at executing good trades and not worrying about making money. And I told him to buy Starbucks. And he's like, yeah, but I can only buy a couple shares. I'm like, I don't care. Buy 3 shares. What you're trying to do now is not make money. You're trying to learn the art of trading, man. So you figured out a box. You drew it. You printed it off. You put your stop in here. You set your first target, probably right around 108. And you say, why? Because this zone in here has been banged so many times that price has memory. Look, it just keeps going back, man. So where's price going to go? Probably right into there. And then you'll start your sideways. So it'll move sideways. It'll run up. It'll hit that zone. It'll start to move sideways. So if this guy's executing a new trade, he's nibbling on the stage 1. He adds on the breakout, and he looks to sell into stage 3. He completed a perfect swing trade. But instead of looking for that, he's looking for cheap stocks that he thinks he can make the most money. Totally focused on the wrong thing. Totally. When you're first trading, your goal is not to make money. Now, I know you're going to ignore that. Everyone does. But that's not your goal. Your goal is to execute good trades. Your goal is to practice. That's your goal. And if you were to play basketball or football or be a painter, or recently I've been committed to getting back to playing the harmonica, blues harmonica. It kind of goes with where I'm at. That is not about playing songs. That's about repetition and going through scales and doing boring shit over and 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 driving everyone around you crazy, right? Football is not about playing football. Football is about running drills, doing, defense is doing one thing. They're doing drills. They don't play football until the game, right? So when you first start trading, your goal is not to make money. Probably the worst thing that could happen to you is you get in and start making money because then you think you're good at it. What you should learn is how to identify these stages, set these stop zones, and execute on movements if your goal is to be a short-term trader. If that's your goal. My goal is not to be a short-term trader, man. My goal is to get rich. And I'm going to be interviewing the professor on Friday, and I've been reading his book. And, man, I was going to I brought it. Let me see. And, man, we have a lot of similar beliefs as I go through his book, and I see why we became fast friends. And he's never been through my course. I'd never been through his course. I don't really take courses anymore. I probably spent 70 grand on courses. I don't need any courses anymore. Where was it he said? Let me find this. And this is so important if the goal is to be a trader. Now, some of you are going to hear this and think, oh, I can't do that. I know. That's why trading is so difficult, sir. Because it is difficult. Let me find what he says here. Oh, man. It was such a good point. And I talk about this a lot, man. He says, to sum up, trading has to take precedence over your family, 9-to-5 job, friends, or hobbies. Once you master trading, you must have hobbies, make time for your family and friends, obviously. Eventually, you can stop working your 9-to-5 if it doesn't bring you happiness. You have to stick to one strategy. Through constant use and experience, you'll see the fruits of your seeds you planted to grow. Bubba. Yes, 100%. And I talk about that the other day on a Twitter live where I was talking about real estate, that it has to be the most important thing, period, in your life. If you're ever going to have any chance of doing it on a big level, any other way won't work. It's just too difficult. So you have to look at and that doesn't mean it's like, I can't speak to you, son. I'm staring at charts. That's not what that means. It means that it's really fucking important. Okay? That's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. So, if you're not having success, dig in and see if maybe that's why, that your attention is not on it the way it should be. Also, clarity, man. I'm a position trader, and as a position trader, this is common for me to have a down move like this. That doesn't faze me. If that phases you, you might need to see maybe you're doing the wrong kind of trading. So, clarity, man. Let's see Starbucks. Nobody wanted to trade Starbucks, huh? Gerald, that's kind of boring. Let's talk about this. No. Starbucks is going up. I told you that yesterday. It's going to 114. Let's look at Cisco. Ooh, Cisco's breaking out. Cisco's going to 62 in the bank. Yeah, he said small time real estate probably agrees. And that's confuses people when you say that. Like for me, real estate is everything. It's the reason I wake up. And my life is to protect it. And, it's the wife's life too. It's our family's life is to protect it. And it's first. You have to defend the castle first, and then you defend the kingdom, and then blah, blah, blah. You come last. Your needs, your wants, what you want. And I see that as a major source of failure because I see people come to trading and they're like, oh, I want to trade so I don't have to have my job. Well, that starts with the selfish. I think your reasoning is wrong there. You're starting with you. You've got to remove this from you. We see Cisco putting in these beautiful boxes, man. Look at this. Look at this support, too. Wow. I mean, dude, come on. Previous resistance becomes support. It's confirmed. Come on, man. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're doing 1, and the stock is on the move. This one's going to be a minute. This is still a long ways from the 20-day moving average, so this trade's going to take a while. But we're getting in right on the bottom, man. Let's see. So I like Cisco here. Somebody asked about, let's look at the real estate company. The monthly real estate company. No, man. Did you say stage 2 breakout? Fog 1 fan. Man, you better get my book, son. Can't be in stage 2 if it's below the 20-day moving average. Come on, man. Stage 2 is when price breaks out of a box moving above the 20-day moving average. That is not that. That's a stage 1. Now, what's up, Brett? My only thing with is this thing even undervalued, dude? I own them. I have about 10 grand of this stock, but I haven't thought about this stock in a while. It's just not cheap enough for me, man. I don't like to buy dividend stocks unless they're dirty and cheap. I want them cheap, man. I like them cheap. And then hold them forever. 12%, man. See, it's just not enough, man. That's not enough, man. The dividend's not high enough for me to put money at risk to get 12%. Yeah, I know you're getting the dividend, but look at like Hanes Brands. Hanes Brands is undervalued by 33% and the dividend's higher. So you see how I have a dilemma when it comes to buying when I can buy Hanes Brands at a much more of a discount. That's breaking out, baby. And it's going to go to $22 and make me about 20 grand. Maybe not 20. I know all you guys pumping MTTR as a wealth squad. Did Bob Proctor die? I didn't see that. God, that sucks. I like old Bob. Man, I listen to a lot of Bob Proctor. Old Bob, man, he's an old man. He got himself a hot young wife. Yeah, I'm in NVX. This is one of my sleeper plays, baby. Let's see. Oh, stage 2 breakout. Now, I rode this one last time from way down here in 14 land, rode it all the way to $35, took some down, and now we've rode it all the way back. And now I'm getting ready to run it all the way back up, hopefully, but probably won't go all the way back, probably go around this 26 level. And just to watch this. This stuff never fails to amaze me. So when it sold off, right, that's obviously a stage 3, right? We can see that. Price breaks below the 20, so we assume this is a stage 4 decline, right? Well, where it stopped here, check this out. If you look left, look, that was a previous high. Crazy, huh? It's crazy, man. It still excites me. I know, everybody's excited. DraftKings on the move. We'll look at it for Curvy. She wants to see DraftKings. I know she's chomping at the bit. Let's look at DraftKings. Yeah, ENVX still buyable here. It's barely above the box, but I like it, man. Nice chart too. This is what you're looking for. Look at these long. Look at this chart compared to, say, like if you look at a chart and it looks like this. No go. This is terrible. Look at this. It's like a cardiac machine. Not what you want to see. You want to see this. This is what you're looking for. These long sweeps. All right. Let's look at the DraftKings now. Yep. We got us a breakout. Now, we knew this was coming, right? I was talking about this earlier at the open, or when we opened the thing. When you start getting these break-ups against the down sloping, those usually don't work. It usually takes a minute. So really what we're needing to see is this solid sideways movement that we've been seeing. And it's kind of tiered, you know. We had it there, and then it tiered up, and we had it. That's fine. We just need to see it going sideways. And we're seeing that now. So now I feel a little better about this breakout. I mean, we could easily get up in these 30 range with DraftKings. That's the problem, though. We got a lot of overhead here in this 30 to 32 range. I mean, maybe even lower, right? So there's a lot of congestion right here where it tried to stop before. Price tends to stop again. Price has memory. That's how we look at it. And that's not perfect science. That's an art more than anything of guessing. But yeah, DraftKings looks good. I've got a couple hundred shares of this. I would sure like to see it get going. I'm underwater in it pretty good. I feel good, though, about some of the... I bought some down here in this 20 range, so I feel pretty good about that, man. I was adding to Lyft yesterday and the day before and the day before, and I know there were people in Discord going, Gerald picked another loser. It's down 5% in the aftermarket. He picked another loser. Look at that guy picking losers. I know. Hang in there. Hang in there. Even Warren Buffett gets them wrong sometimes. But Lyft is going higher, baby. This is a $50 stock, man. This is a $50 stock. Next time you get in Lyft, ask the driver, how many shares do you have, sir? And he'll say, what do you mean? How many shares of Lyft do you have, sir? And then he'll say, none. And you'll say, you know how stupid that is? Thanks for driving me, though. I do that all the time. They don't know what to do with that. I leave them knowing that they're stupid for not owning shares. Then they'll think about that all day. The guy that got in the back of the car and called them stupid for not owning their stock. Let's see. Look at Uber breaking out. All you Uber drivers that don't own Uber are stupid, just so you know. They're stupid people. All you guys work in bars serving Budweiser and don't own the stock, dumb. There's people that are just surrounded by these stocks, and people are getting rich and they don't own any of it. They're just servants, just milk cows, just there to hand you things and carry shit. Don't own anything. That's how I see it, man, when I look around. I'm like, you know why you're broke? What do you mean? You don't own anything. Just leave them with that thought. You know, if you owned shit, you wouldn't be broke. The people don't think of it that way, man. They're like, huh? I'm like, you don't own anything. If you own things that produce money, you will grow richer. It's not complicated. It's been that way since the Middle Ages, probably before that. If you own land where you get to collect taxes for the king, you get rich. If you own shares in businesses, you get rich. Like, that's how it works. Let's see. I'm just being real, man. You got to get it as simple as possible. That way everyone can understand it. Uber looks amazing. Now, to be fair, I said that over here, and I said that over here. So it is still technically in a downtrend. But it is highly undervalued. Let's look at MTTR so nobody pees their pants. Let's see. That's one of Michael's picks. I like my Lyft pick better. Let's see. I deliver pizza for Domino's as a side hustle, and it's in a stage 1. But Sam, do you own the damn stock? That's what we need to know. I assume you do, sir, since you brought it up. Yeah, man, look at that. That's an expensive stock, too. Damn. Delivering pizza in a Porsche. Got a Louis Vuitton wallet delivering pizza. I like that. Let's see. Yeah, it puts in some nice... Yep. What is this? The value on this... God, the pizza tastes like shit, though. Let's see. I don't know how you guys eat it, DPZ, but I do like the business. Yeah, 526. I don't like that part, sir. But I guess that's right up in here. Yeah. I hope you own the stock, man. ZEV. Is this going to be a biotech, man? These are just not catching a bit. Nope. Lightning e-motors. Yeah, basically the same as Uber, right? In a long downtrend, breaking out. We'll see, man. Too hard to get excited yet. We really want to get up into these. Up in these. ZEV, Z-E-V. Let's see. Oh, Curvy's got the FUBO. For us by others. Let's see. Whew. Looking bad, girl. That's not ready to move yet. It's stage 1. It's not moving, though. Just not looking good. I don't know. Maybe it gets up into that 15 range. I don't know, man. It is cheap, though, dude. It is cheap right here. Some of these stocks are just not catching a bid, man. You think there's an airline merge coming? Well, that was in the news, sir. PLTR sucks right now. Still sucks. Chart looks terrible. It's a good save. Look at save on the run. Now, you should have already been in this, though. This way past a buy zone. Way past a buy zone. Way past a buy zone. So your buy zones were here. So let me take you through a little thing called position trading that a lot of people don't like when they meet it. They think, oh, Gerald's a good trader. Then they start position trading with me, and they're like, I don't like this. This hurts. So I'd have had you buying here, and then we'd have bought some here, and then here, and then probably in here. You're like, I don't like this. It's been 5 months, and my stock is still down. And then by now, you should have a man-sized position, and it's ripping. And then it'll go way up here, and then you'll be like, I like this Gerald guy. I like his strategy. Everybody loves it when the market's going up. They don't like it when it's going down, even though they should, because that's when you're able to build the position. It's hard to get that through people's brains. So this money was made on the stage 1s, right? But here's what most people want to do. Buy it right here because now it's in the news. That's what they want to do. Let's see. So big money comes from position trading, man. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got here on YouTube? I said that. Why would you be in SQQ, sir? The market's in a breakout, moving higher. So if you were shorting the market, this is how you would trade it. Same way we trade the money flow. You would have took your position. There's your breakout. Where's your first target? Previous high. So if I'm short the market, this is where I'm taking it down. Why? It hit previous high, right? RSI is extreme. Puts in a box. That's your first sign to get the fuck out of your short position. That's where you get out, man. And I would just take it all off right there, personally. But if I'm just saying, if I was on a short position, you trade it the same way you do a long position. I get people all the time, well, that's not part of the money flow. Yes, it is. Just because I don't short doesn't mean it's not part of it. That's the fucking money flow right there. You buy the breakout, you set your target, previous high, voila, showed you how to short. It's not that damn complicated. You just got to get up every fucking day and want to do it, right? But I'm not going to lead you through shorting. You want to short? You short. Ain't that complicated. It's not something mysterious. It's the exact opposite. There's your stage 2 run-up, man. So if you want to short ARK, they have what? They have a fund for shorting ARK. It goes inverse to ARK. There you go. You're hedged, right? So if you're in that, I would have covered some of my short, and then when it broke down, I get short again and cover some of the short. When it breaks out, I'm getting out, man. Same thing, man. Shit ain't complicated. Stop showing me fucking growth stock or a penny. Biotechs. Not looking at a bunch of biotechs. They're not working. All right, so my man here wants to brag. Mr. Wright wants to brag about being in American Express. What would you like us to see about this, sir? I would trim some. I would have trimmed some right here, by the way. And then I'd trim a little more here, and I'd let it go. Load up, backing up the truck. You're backing up the truck in American Express. You're a little late, sir. You should have done that back here. Your backup day. So now, let's take you through position trading American Express. What would that have looked like? Well, that would have looked like picking up over here. And then, oh my God, it's killing me. Picking up here, here, and then over here. All right? And then right here, probably. And you'd be like, well, but I was up. Now it's back down. Now it's up. Now it's back down. Yeah, you need the downs. You need these to make the money here. God damn, I wish I could get a bullhorn, go to the top of the fucking building and scream this. The money here was made down here. Just so you know. Wasn't really MP training. MP training was pretty easy, man. Before that, I was a combat engineer. Infantry with a landmine, basically. Yeah, I'm in Delta. It didn't rip. It's not part of no merger deals. What we mean, Delta's ripping, bro. Look at that. That's a runaway, baby. So if I've got a large position and I want to take some gains, I'm going to do it at previous high, right? So around 45, but it's already banging up against the RSI. So if I was swing trading, I'd probably be taking some down right now. I'd take a little now, a little here, and then what? I'd expect it to go sideways, go up, go sideways, come down, go sideways, and now what? Go up, and then what? Go sideways. Nice, man. We've been in this one, man. We've been in Delta. Delta's my one that I like to buy on these stage ones, man. I just nibble, 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 nibble. For what? Catch those big runs. You're like, Gerald, but what if it takes a year? Good. Good. I hope it takes a year for Uber to go to 60. It's the only way I'm going to get a lot of it, man. That's a different way of trading, man. It's a different way of trading. Got that 25K bonus for going, topping the minefield courage. They give you a 25K. When I went in the Army a long time ago, they had a 25K bonus for tankers. I'm like, yeah, that looks like the first guy to get shot. Tankers. And what else was it? Anyway, as a combat engineer, I got I want to say it was 20. It wasn't as high as the tankers, but I got a pretty nice bonus, man. I promptly spent it all on a car and got drunk and totaled the car. So there you go. That's what young people do. In your 20s, your brain's still forming. I know you feel like you're smart and an adult, but you're actually not. Your brain is still forming. Zillow hurts your eyes. Let's see. It's because you're not seeing the big picture, my man. If 2 years from now, Zillow's 180, you're going to be like, man, I should have bought those stage ones, bought that stage one, bought that stage one, bought that stage one, bought that stage one, and then it rips. That's how you get rich. Let's see. Yeah, Marine Corps didn't get bonuses. They were doing that as recruitment drives, man, trying to get us to join. Let's see. Well, that's about all I had today, man. I'm looking at where bonds at. The ARCs, bonds are still down in the dumps. ARC still not getting going. Where's Roku? Okay, we got a few breakouts, man. Let's look at open. I'm in open. I'm not a big fan of these right now. Yeah, I don't think it's going back to 23. It's not going 23, man. These are going to run up previous high. They're going to stop at previous high. They're going to put in a stage 3, and they're going to roll over. Then everybody's going to get sad again. I'll be like, man, I told you about it in a book called The Money Flow. Nothing to get sad about. Stage 1's going to run up. It's going to get up to here. It's going to go sideways, and then it's going to come down again. And then it'll go sideways, and eventually, yeah, maybe it makes its way back to there, but it's going to be a while. Let's check Facebook. But $15 is probably even pushing it too, to be honest. Too soon on Facebook. So where's our anchor point? We now have an anchor point. So as of right now, that is the bottom of Facebook. Right there. So what do? We wait. I need at least 4 bars that hold this. We have got the MACD to turn. That's good. For me, it's still too soon. Still too soon. Let's see. CGC, huh? I know you nibbled. You're always trying to be early. You might be right. You might be right on there. It probably is the bottom, bro, to be honest. If you're going to nibble early, then canopy growth. Yeah, breakout in the pot stocks. No, man, you're probably right on that one. If you stick to doing just the big stocks like that, you'll be all right. Don't do penny stocks like that, dude. Make those penny stocks confirm. If you're going to jump the gun early, make it those big caps like Facebook, like you did JP Morgan, Facebook. I mean, you might have you can see it at RSI gets extreme. It puts in those low days. All right, Kurt, we're going to look at your SNDL. Oh, my goodness. I would like to see your portfolio. Ooh, 13% breakout. Oh, growth stocks are on. Carvey, you're probably a big customer of these guys. Smoking all the weed, keeping them in business. Yep, there's our stage 1. Remember what we talked about at the beginning? When you get a breakout into these down sloping, it usually takes a couple times to get it going. She said finally. Wow, this is a tiny stock though, dude. SNDL. This is a crazy penny stock. I don't know where you got in. I don't know, man. I think you're going to run into trouble in that 65 range, dude. That 65 cent range, you're going to run into trouble. That is such a small stock. Wake and bake. That is such a small stock. That's New Orleans, man. You walk outside, it's like 8 a.m. You take a breath, it's like city, weed. It's like, okay, we're starting early. You walk by the construction workers, all you smell is weed. It's like, okay, these are the guys fixing the city. Potholes everywhere, all these beautiful buildings, everything's fucked up. Yeah, maybe you'll catch a run. These pot stocks, man, are tough though. Every time they get a move, their sellers come in and start selling the shit out of them. I'm going to assume STEM is a biotech. TipRanks has a 10,000% return on all biotechs. Is the way they do that. It's yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't think. Yeah, dude, there's always 8 guys digging a hole and one dude standing there like in charge. There's a busted water leak by my house. It's been just steadily leaking out of the concrete walk path, the sidewalk, into the road, to the point where it's now making the road crumble. It's been leaking 6 months. It's now green algae growing, a big 5-foot section of green algae, and they just won't fix it. And I call and they're like, well, when there's a big pothole, we'll come fix it. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is pretty beat down. I don't know anything about this stock. I'm assuming this is a biotech stock. A lot of these are just really beat down, and there's just no market for it. There's no money pushing these stocks up right now. So I'm a little hesitant to get behind them. I'm in a bunch of them. I'm not adding to them. I'm just watching, and I've been adding to the shit that I think is going to break out first. The Ubers. I think the Ubers, shit like this, are going to go first. Your big caps. I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling this to people too. Penny stocks are not breaking out, man. There may be one here and there. The only one I've been adding to is DS. And it's moving higher today, but even that, I don't believe for a second it's going to rip. It's too soon on 3M, man. Let's see. No, I take that back. Yeah, 3M's viable here. That's a stage 1. Except the only problem with 3M is it's been downgraded, man. The analysts are saying it's only worth 180. It's not much. So I haven't added. I'd rather add to ETRN, which is in my buy and hold. This is an MLP, and I'm probably going to make my move today. Because unlike you, I wait. Let's see. There's my pivot point, and today I've got my 4 bars going sideways. Extremely oversold, right? And what do the analysts think it's now? It pays an 8% dividend yield. What do the analysts think it's worth? ETRN. Ooh, baby, 48% upside. That's the way I like to buy dividend stocks. 30, 40% upside, man. And that's in my buy and hold. The reason for this giant drop was litigation. They got a big, what's up, man? What's up, Jason? They got a big financial problem, like $2 billion write-off, possibly. Did you add to your S&P? Not today, I did not. It broke out on me, but I had been adding, yes. People are making fun of your SNDL, Curvy, just so you know. They're making fun of your stock on YouTube. Uber earnings today. Do you think we will have a big drop? Probably. I don't play earnings. I wouldn't play it based on what I think. Curve said she would too. That's funny. I don't know what Uber earnings are going to be. I don't play earnings anymore. I didn't even know earnings were today until you told me. That lets you know how much I give a shit, as in zero. I really don't even look at earnings. The only thing I do look at is after earnings are out, later that day or that night or the next day, I go read and I see what happened. I don't make any moves whatsoever based on movement of earnings. When I was younger, I would try to game that kind of stuff. I get it. If you enjoy doing that, do it. But I have no clue. If you were to ask me, I think Uber's going higher. And I think this tells you it's going higher. Now, one of the things that I used to do, I'm sure you guys know this, go look at the put to call ratio. And back in the day, it was the smart people that traded options. I don't know that we can say that anymore, but I think still a lot of smart people play options, meaning it was the smart money, they called it. And if you had shit tons of call options to puts, that told you the street thought it was going higher. If you have shit ton of puts and not many calls, that tells you the street, the smart money, thinks it's going lower. And I would try to game that. Yes, if Snoop Dogg quits weed, the entire sector will crash, for sure. But now, is that still apply? I don't know, man. And I used to really be up on that. There's a few other things you can look at too. I'm just not, I don't play the earnings thing anymore. It upsets me. I get mad, man. And I cry alone. I cry a lot when I'm by myself. And, let's see. She's going to stick to just, yeah. My thought on the pot stock sector, I always figured once it was fully legalized, wouldn't Altria, MO and Philip Morris and British Tobacco, wouldn't they just step in and buy them all? I would. Seems to me if that sector was going to work, wouldn't the cigarette companies buy them up? And they're not buying them up. I have the same thought when it comes to green energy. If that's going to work, why wouldn't Exxon buy it up? Just thinking out loud. I don't know. I mean, they are smart people. Yep, MIM RAN is up. That stock is flying, man. I've only got a little bit of it. I closed most of it out a while back. That was a good pick, though, wasn't it? I don't know, bro. He's talking about what's my exit on IDX. We'll see. We'll see when it gets going. They're just not moving, though, man. So they probably would fuck up and pay too much. That's probably true. Oh, I didn't know MO owned 40. I should know that. I own the damn stock. Do they really? They own 40% of C-Ron? I didn't even know that, man. When did they do that, Jason? When did they start buying? Do you know? Ooh, that nice breakout out of Cronus Group. Pot stocks are on the move today. Let's look at MJ. Look at MJ. So what you can do, I told a guy this a while back. He was in a bunch of these pot stocks and got smashed. And I was like, man, if it makes you nervous or you don't know what to do, sell them all and buy the sector ETF. Put all that money into MJ. At least when it comes back, you'll get your money back. But that was a strategy I used in 2008 that really helped me. My man Crypto Well says, now you know to be a crypto well, sir, you have to have like 1,000 Bitcoins, isn't it? Or is it 10,000? I'm a crab, and since I probably will never make it to the level above crab, I think you got to have 10 Bitcoins to be a octopus or something like that. Isn't that it? I was thinking maybe I'd just go ahead and get my crab tattoo. God damn, these guys working outside my door driving me crazy. All right, my man says, SeaWorld, sir, what is the ticker symbol? It's not C. Wow, look at that thing, though. That thing's gone straight up. What is the ticker to SeaWorld? X has hit true value. Let's look at that. That's a very good question. He says his stock has hit true value, which is $23. Is it true value? Let's check X. Yes, it has. That is a good question. So he's in a stock that you notice says -3. That means it hit true value. This is about what they think it's worth. Now, if you notice, when he looks at this stock, as I would, if you notice, it tends to break down up in here. But it's ripping today. I would leave this alone, sir, and just let it run. I would set a target for that 25 range. And maybe when they report earnings, they're going to raise the multiple, and this thing can get up into here. I definitely wouldn't sell it, but he said he loves to fake it till you make it. Bitcoin well versus crypto well. Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah, you're right. He didn't say Bitcoin well. He said crypto well. Maybe he's got a million Shiba. I would hold it, man. I wouldn't sell it based on that, but I would be aware of that. That is good awareness, man. Where's new core steel? But I definitely would be trimming any much higher. See, look at new core steel, same thing, right? It's bumping up against this. What's new cores? What are they saying on new core steel? I'm in that one. Same thing, bro. Look at this. So all these steel stocks are, matter of fact, yeah, Nucor is even, look, it's 13% overvalued, which is on this last little sell-off, and I own this stock. It's in my buy and hold. On this last little sell-off, technically, it looked good. You know, if you're just looking at the chart, look at it. You see where it hit that low. That's where it stopped before. Did it again and again. So, you know, and it does these nice money flow patterns, except for over here. And I didn't add to it. Obviously, I should have. But the reason I didn't add to it is it only had like 10 or 15% upside. And you see, it didn't really give a shit. It kept going. So, no strategy, no thought process is perfect. I tend not to add to stocks that they only have 10 or 15% upside. Typically, not always, but typically I do. Let's see. Looking at GM. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I keep a finger on the trigger on these steel stocks. Look at GM. I'm not a fan of GM. The dollar they are giving to who? Tritanium? Stage 1 in GM. It's been here before. I like Ford better. I like that little dividend. It's too soon on Ford. GM's buyable here, though. What do you think about base stock? Yeah, base is a growth stock. Those valuations on tip ranks on some of these growth stocks is crazy. Let's see. I like the chart, man. I like it. Yeah, I mean, it could do that. This is a mover. I like it, man. Oh, Tritanium makes EV charging stations. Got it. I like it, man. Do I use leverage? I have a margin account. It's my smallest account. My main trading account is a cash account. The one that I trade, I keep a little over 100,000 in there. Usually it's down from that now. That's cash. And then I have a margin account that I never let get over like 30 grand. It's gotten higher than that, but I try to keep it low. You can really get fucked up in margin. And that's the account I use for options and stuff. And then my buy and hold accounts are in SEP IRAs, and I control those. So total, I have 5 accounts that I manage, and I try to separate them based on what I'm trying to do. I say 5, I actually have 6, counting M1 Finance, where I have triple leveraged portfolio, and then Bitcoin, I guess, makes number 7. I ain't thought about that. Let's check in on Bitcoin. It's come up real nice. I was saying in this 50 range, this 48 range, we're probably going to see problems with Bitcoin. Up here in this range. So we'll see. All right, so we're going to look at a meme stock, AMC. Yeah, stage 2 breakout right there, baby. There you go. That's what you're looking for. So I'd buy it here, set my stop, set my target, $27, easy money. And ideally, I wanted to start nibbling on this when it was moving sideways. This is what you're looking for. Look at that sideways movement, man. And what I'm looking for in a perfect world is that, is when price moves sideways and breaks above that 5-day moving average. Right there was your buy signal. And for me, what I'm seeing is this right here, stage 1 accumulation. So once it starts going sideways, I assume we're accumulating. That is confirmed when it breaks above it. And on day 1 of the confirmation, I feel like I can buy. That's the breakout. And where's the target? Well, if we were over here, when it runs up, I'm going to look left for previous high. So if I'm looking at previous high on AMC, remember it's a zone, it's not a particular spot. Previous high is in this zone right here. That'd be a hell of a move, man. I like it. Baby's got back. I like it. Yeah, Starbucks is on the move, man. I told you that yesterday. I don't need to cover it. We know it's going up. I told you that yesterday. Let's see. Told you Lyft going up yesterday too. All the sad doubters. Oh no, it's down 5%. Don't worry about it, man. It's going up. Look at Lyft today. Oh man, I bought a lot of Lyft too. I bought a lot of Lyft. SOXL is one we've been talking about. Let's see. Stage 2, man. We've been talking about this one. This is your breakout. Remember, it's going against a sloping 20. It'll probably pull back and then move up and pull back until this thing starts to turn. Until that turn happens, this is suspect, man. Jay says, check out BBY. So that we've been talking about this SOXL trade for a minute. Yep. Best Buy is breaking out. The only problem is a breakout in a breakout. It's a breakout inside of stage 1, but I like it. It's undervalued. What do they got as a target on there? Build-A-Bear. Remember we were talking about that one? So 132. Not real far, but it's far enough for us. That's way back up here, man. Nice. Your 17-year-old's looking at charts while in school. Man, that's funny you said that because I'm fixing to interview the professor, and I was reading through his book, and he taught economics for New York City public school system. And he would have these little, he said it's a bread and butter trade. Yeah, that's a nice one, bro. Which means he's waiting for it to hit 110, which is in the money. I mean, that's going to happen. And they would have these trading competitions when he was a school teacher there. And the other teachers started complaining because all the kids were just fucking looking at charts. They'd be in English class looking at charts. And he said all the kids that were doing that were the ones that won the competition. It's funny. That's cool. Stay on it, man. Bitcoin 4-hour chart getting tight. Yes, sir. Some of us in the Money Flow gang like to watch Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. And there's a logic behind that. It's open 24 hours a day. So 1 day in Bitcoin is like 4 days in the stock market is the theory behind that. And if you look, if this was a daily chart, I'd be telling you this is a stage 3. This thing's getting ready to roll over. And so inside of those different time frames, you can have that. You can have a 2 run up, a 3 comes into a 4, but when you go to the daily, it's just a pullback on the daily chart. So don't let those time frames fuck you up. Keep the big picture in mind. But yeah. Let's see. What is my average cost on win? That I don't remember, sir. But last time I looked, I was pretty close to even on the money. So I'm probably up a little bit today. Yeah, I got to be up today because I was even down here. I originally had started, I think we'd started trying to play win back over here. I bought a little bit. We've run up, come down. I've bought into these stage 1 several times. So I was about even money right around in here. We'll see. I mean, I was trying to get What did tip ranks have on it? I forget now. Just 107, huh? They brought it down. I don't know. If we get to that 102, I mean, the valuations have come down since I put this trade on, man. You know, what do you do in that situation? What if you get into a stock, you're position trading, you're investing in it, and they lower the valuation? I mean, that can happen to a good company. You just got to decide, do I think they can, get this shit fixed? If they can, stay with it. Eventually it'll be raised. Could take a couple quarters. If it looks like a shit show, like the last stock I cut from my buy and hold, just cut it. I was done. Was GE. I felt like they lied, man. Yeah, Tip Ranks doesn't like PLTR. Nobody likes PLTR. I don't know why. I think it's because they're in with the conservatives, and I think that has something to do with it. And I think it's because of what they do for a living. A lot of people don't like. Yep, ETRN. I'm probably buying some today, at least $100 worth. Let's see. Yeah, BBY's dividend is small, but what Jason was on Money Skills was looking at there was the idea that it's below the 200-day moving average. Whenever you catch those dividend stocks below the 200, that's a good thing. Give me just a second. Somebody just walked up to my house. I had a lady at my house in Texas taking pictures yesterday. That looks like it's my neighbor. Man, I'm sorry, YouTube. I had a little bit of a problem there. Now I get logged out of it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Something's going crazy with Instagram, man. I'm always afraid of hackers and shit. I always feel like I'm being targeted for something. Anyway, man, let me... We'll pause this here. The noise is getting too loud outside. Hope that helped, man. We got a nice breakout. Let's see how it plays out today. I'm looking at adding to ETRN. It's the only thing really on my watch list right now that I'm looking at adding to. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the morning here. You guys be good, man.